I remember you complaining about the bra, and I remember I said something along the lines of like, just skip the whole bra phase, like they suck. And I remember you said something along the lines of like, well, I was excited to wear one. I've never gotten to wear a bra, and like I really, I'm enjoying wearing the bra, even if it's like kind of uncomfortable or doesn't look right. Like, just let me have this phase. And that was the moment that triggered me into like, oh my God, I kind of knew trans people were going through puberty when they transition, but like that moment kind of connected for me. Like, oh, there's like the little like innocent, like childlike joy they're also experiencing, but as adults.
Trans people, we didn't have childhood. We revert back. We start to explore like, what would I have done if I was 12 and like starting to go through puberty? I'm going to do that now, and I'm going to look embarrassing, and I'm going to fuck it all up, and it's going to be one of the happiest times of my life.
Yeah, Nazis are pretty fucking gay. It's the Gender Podcast. Where we believe in science. We don't believe in God. Only science. Science will solve all the problems. That's the trans agenda.
Because trans people in science gonna save the day.
Solve the problems with us. With science. Science, bitch.
Science and my trans agenda. I'm returning trans.
Hello!
Hi!
We promise video is coming right after this intro, so don't click away. Welcome to the Gender Yap Podcast.
Gender Yap Podcast.
I am a gender named Chloe.
And I'm a gender named Laura.
That
is not our new
No, we're going to come up with a better one eventually, but as we're leaning into the new branding, that's what we got so far. Today, this is part 2 of our What Cis Women Don't Understand About Trans Women conversation. So you should like and subscribe.
Leave a comment.
We love a comment.
Hit the bell.
Send us an email.
Check out our Patreon.
You definitely want to follow our Patreon. We do all kinds of fun stuff over there. Get ready with me's, bloopers. We just posted another one of those.
Yes, we do Magic the Gathering games.
And random conversations where we talk about things like the origins of patriarchy or fourth dimensional beings, Jinx.
You owe me nothing.
You owe me a soda.
Damn, you're charging. My Jinx was free.
You said I owed you.
I said you owe me nothing.
Oh, well, I didn't hear the nothing.
Of course
I
not.
decided to...
Charge me.
I decided to upcharge a little bit.
Not very anti-capitalist of you.
You don't have to pay for it. You can steal it.
$5 discount.
I don't care, it's whatever, as long as it's soda. Send us an email at thegenderyap@gmail.com. And if you didn't watch part 1 of the episode, we basically just dove deeper into Laura's theory about TERFs and why they resent trans women so much, and then just generically what cis people tend to misunderstand about transition and trans people. But we are continuing that conversation right now.
Yeah, right now.
Yeah, let's get into it.
Let's do it. I want to talk about when I first met you, day 1 when I met you. At that party.
Okay.
For anybody who is watching, Chloe and I met at it was like a lesbian queer party that a mutual friend threw.
Yeah.
And we vibed right away. I hung out with you that whole night at that party. At one point in the night, I remember you complaining about your bra being uncomfortable.
It was a little tight.
Yeah.
It was like the first bra I'd ever bought.
And buying bras is like a whole thing. Yeah, getting one that even fits.
I'd been on hormones for a year, and I was still terrified to walk into the women's section in the clothing store because people always fucking looked at me weird. And so I would wait until there was no one around, just run in, grab something and buy it and leave as fast as I possibly could. I was like, I don't know if it fits. I'm also not going to ask the people in the changing room if I can try this on because
you don't know if they're going to be weird
about it. Yeah.
That's another thing too with transphobic and TERFy women. We have to come together with trans women. We have to, because if I was friends with you back then, I could have just gone to the store with you and kept your ass safe.
I would have just
from anybody being weird. If someone said some weird shit, I could have been like, fuck you.
I wouldn't have. I mean, I might have been afraid to ask if I could try it on, but
We got close pretty quick. I feel like you would have probably asked soon enough. But either way, I remember you complaining about the bra. And I remember I said something along the lines of like, just skip the whole bra phase. Like, they suck. You'll grow out of it fast. It's not a good time. I don't wear bras anymore. Like, whatever, you know? And I remember you said something along the lines of like, well, I was excited to wear one. I've never gotten to wear a bra. And like, I really, you know, I'm having fun with it. And I remember there was one day, like, I think I had brought it up. It didn't quite click for me in that moment, but I was like, oh, I guess like I hadn't thought of that. And you said you put together some outfit another time we were hanging out with the bra, and I think you were complaining about it again. And I was just like, just don't wear the bra. And you were like, I'm enjoying wearing the bra, even if it's like kind of uncomfortable or doesn't look right. Like, just let me have this phase. And that was the moment that triggered me into like, oh my God. Because I remember, I'm going to tell this story. When I was a kid going through puberty, I was like 11 or 12 years old. I started growing tits and I was stoked. I was like, hell yeah. And back then, Y2K, like, they wanted you to be skinny, and then big boobs, right? Big boobs were the thing. Everyone had a titty job or they stuffed their bra. I used to stuff my bra with tissues. Like,
I did that a little when I was working at Trader Joe's.
Oh, stuff in the bra, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a rite of passage, you know?
I was like, so I got nothing going on. I gotta like hint at it.
Even when I had something going on, I'd like shove it under the bra, like under the boob a little bit in the bra to like push them up a little bit.
Mm-hmm. That was pre-hormones too. There was literally nothing.
Oh yeah, so you really had to like work some magic.
I'm just gonna make this work.
But I remember being at the store with my mom, and like I had started growing boobs, and I didn't have my own bra yet, and I saw this like purple like bra and panty set for like preteen girls, and it was like a lavender purple. I remember like the color and everything. I was like, that is so cool. I want it. And I looked at my mom. I was like, Mom, I want that. And she was like, okay, sure, we'll get you the little outfit. We went to my vovo's house after. My grandmother, it's a Portuguese, like, word for grandmother, informal. I had some people from, like, I think Brazil that were like, that's not the word, you're mispronouncing it. And I'm like, we're from the Azores. Like, I don't know. Everyone from the Azores says that. I don't know if it's just a weird Americanized version that's watered down or, like, whatever. But I had people from the Azores be like, shout out, I'm also from the Azores, you know? But we went to my vovo's house after that. And I remember I ran in with the little Mervyn's bag. I just ran to the bathroom and put it on. And I remember looking at myself in the mirror and being like, and I was like probably just like lanky and flat as a board. I was going through puberty, you know, but in my head, I was like, I'm a grown ass bitch. I'm a bad bitch. Look at me, you know? And I was so fucking stoked. I remember I ran out of the bathroom, my vovo and my mom and my vovo's husband was out there. And I was like, Mom, vovo, look at my bra and my panties. Look, I'm a grown ass woman. You know, I was fucking stoked. And my mom was like, go put on clothes, you know what I mean? Like social cues, you know?
Yeah, 100.
But like it made me think of that moment of when I was a kid. And I kind of knew trans people were going through puberty when they transition, but like that moment kind of connected for me. Like, oh, there's like the little like innocent, like childlike joy they're also experiencing, but as adults.
Yeah.
And I think that's something, even people that aren't transphobic, I don't feel like fully grasp that concept.
Trans people, I would probably all trans people, we didn't have childhood.
No, you didn't.
Like, we were children at one point, but like everything that we were told we were supposed to do or that we were allowed to do didn't make us happy.
Yeah.
So we didn't have the like exploratory phase. We didn't like figure things out, learn things, like figure out our preferences.
Yeah.
All of that was locked behind the glass cages at the CVS, you know, like you have to ring for help and you're not going to ring for help.
Yeah.
Like we didn't have it. And so when we finally get to start transitioning, unfortunately for a lot of us, that happens when we're adults.
Yeah.
But like we revert back. We start to explore like, what would I have done if I was 12 and like starting to go through puberty? I'm going to do that now and I'm going to look embarrassing and I'm going to fuck it all up and it's going to be one of the happiest times of my life. Like it's simultaneously going to be the most challenging, the time of my life where people are the meanest to me.
Yeah.
And behind closed doors with my friends, I will be the happiest person on the planet.
Why is this making me cry?
I don't know.
God damn it, I hate crying on camera.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's okay. when I made my TikTok about this subject, there were a lot of cis women that were like supportive, even that were like, I totally like am happy for all the like trans women that get to experience that, but like puberty for me was terrible, you know? And a lot of like examples, some of them I think were like eggs, you know? But like some
Sure.
of them, it was just the misogyny cis women were facing going through puberty. And like, I don't think this is specific to like cis and trans women. I think it's just like the older generation of women
Yeah.
kind of like just taking the joy out of it for like the younger generation of women. Cause like trans women are like adults if they're transitioning as adults, but like their girlhood, their womanhood is,
Yeah.
you know, it's immature. It's still innocent and young.
Yes. We have not reached gender maturity.
And then they're getting all of the pushback from even people that like might care about them or something, but also like people that want to kill them over it. It's going to make me cry. God damn it.
It's okay.
I should have brought like the toilet paper roll or some tissues, but it's fine. It's fine. I'll just fix my makeup after this episode. It's not dropping yet, so
Yeah.
we're good.
Even if you cry, you're still strong and powerful.
Yeah. But yeah, I remember me being a kid and going through puberty, like the boob thing. I was like so excited at first, and then I kind of got to a place where I'm like, this makes men sexualize me, like old men, you know? And I was a kid. Sometimes I like didn't understand the danger of that attention, but there were times where I did. Also like slut shaming you would get from adults. Even like the first time I started my period, I was excited to start because it meant I was a grown ass bitch. And then I quickly realized, oh, the cramps and everything are terrible. And then it's messy and you get like the shame around it and stuff too. But like even that, like adults would steal that joy from me. I feel like if periods weren't so painful and awful and we weren't shamed about it, I wouldn't care much about my period. If it wasn't like causing me turmoil, I can't really imagine a period where I'm not in pain the whole time, but like still, you know, it makes me sad because like you should have been able to go to a fucking bra store and someone just like helped you out,
That would have been nice.
you know? Or like I remember when I like started helping you out with your makeup. Like I remember that one day you went out with them to like see a movie.
Oh, yeah.
And you came back and you were like, so I showed up and was like, wow, Chloe, you look hot. And you seemed like for the first time, like you were really feeling yourself and like your appearance. And like, I remember starting to like feel that way when I was a kid too. Why am I crying so much? But yeah, you know, it makes me sad that we live in a world that was doing to you what was done to me as a kid, plus like the threat of like losing your life over it. And then the thing people don't understand is like, it's something you were still like, no, I'm gonna do that. It was that important to you and it's that much of who you were. I think that's such a powerful thing. And I don't think TERFs and transphobic women like understand what they're doing. They're just adding to it. They're adding to more misogyny by doing what they're doing. And it pisses me off, but like it's fucking sad because I also understand their side of it and where that comes from. It comes from a place of like pain and trauma. You know?
Yeah.
It's just a vicious cycle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of
God
it,
damn.
I think a lot of it is just like boomer mentality in general, which is like, well, I didn't get to enjoy it, so you don't either.
Yeah.
Like, I had it hard, so you should have it hard too. Like, rather than trying to uplift the next generation so that they don't have to have it as hard.
But think about what boomer mentality is. It's unhealed trauma.
That is also true.
Boomers are the most unhealed hurt people. Like,
And nuclear fallout. And
yeah, there's probably some other stuff. I think
Yeah.
that adds more to the crazy because they're all kind of loopy, you know?
the boomers are indeed the most unhealed current generation,
Yeah.
I would say.
Yeah. Another thing, because we were talking about like the danger of like you going to a bra store as a like baby trans girl that just started hormones and you
Yeah.
do not pass. So the people in that store, especially because of the propaganda, but also just, you know, like you went through 3 decades of your life, you know, physically looking male. So like people are going to perceive you as that, even if you're trying to present the opposite.
Right.
Like,
Especially because I had no idea how to do the opposite.
yeah,
I didn't have
exactly.
any clothes. I'm colorblind and can't do makeup.
Yeah.
No one's ever showed me how to do it. I don't own jewelry. I don't know where to buy it if I
Yeah.
wanted it. Like when you start the process, it's the most
It's a lot.
overwhelming,
It's a lot.
terrifying experience
I bet.
imaginable.
Yeah.
Because you're like, anyone I try to ask for help is going to see me as a 30-year-old man asking, like, how do I buy a bra? Like, it's just like, it's mortifying. And so for the people who are like, clearly they're just getting off on this, it's like, I promise you, I'm not getting off on being petrified.
Yeah.
Like, that's not my thing.
The point I want to make about that, though, so femininity in general, not just like women, but anything femme is looked at as sexual. Femininity
That is true.
Is inherently sexual in our society. I used to kind of think that way when I was like transphobic with my friend Jessica. Like, she would like put on certain outfits that were like kind of revealing, and because she like had just started hormones, like estrogen hadn't like redistributed her fat or like anything, like nothing had changed, right? She didn't have boobs or anything. So I just kind of like would think to myself, like, is this just like some sort of a kink? I was like trying to work out like what even a trans person was.
Right.
But also like media back then, like especially back then, was terrible representation of what trans women are, because most of the time a trans woman was a sex worker that was like walking the blade, hooked on drugs, and did not pass. So you were perceiving trans women as a man that likes to dress up as a woman and be a prostitute. You immediately jump to,
you're gay and this is a kink.
But that was like internalized misogyny. I had to work through the like idea that trans women are doing this for like a sexual fetish.
Right.
Is because I was viewing femininity as something that is inherently sexual. And I would also take it a step further, because trans women are experimenting with like stuff preteen girls usually do. We live in a very pedophilic society.
That is true.
So even like an outfit that a 12-year-old girl would wear, if you're being perceived as male, even in the slightest, people will look at that and go, oh, this is a sexual thing, because preteen girls are so sexualized. Girls and women are so sexualized.
Yeah.
And the men that are in power know that perception is already there, and they have used it to do damage to the trans community by portraying all trans women as, oh, these are just these freaky dudes that they don't pass and they'll never pass, and this is just a fetish for them.
Yeah.
And it's scary, because you're trying to live as yourself.
Yeah. Because men will literally, if a woman experiences SA, like they'll be like, well, look how she was dressed, or like, well, look how much makeup she had on. Like, clearly she wanted to have sex.
Literally.
It's like, no.
Yeah.
That's not why we do this.
Yeah.
That's not. And like, the other part of this problem specifically is that we don't allow men to express any femininity.
Exactly.
Because until you have experienced the amount of work that goes into a full face of makeup, getting your hair done just right, finding a fire fit that fits, like the amount of effort, time, money, and until you've experienced like your own personal intention, but like, why am I doing this? Why am I going to this much effort?
Yeah.
And realizing it's not because I'm trying to get fucked.
Yeah.
Like, until you have actually experienced that, you will always inherently, just based on the culture that we're raised in, view it as a sexual thing.
That's why it's so frustrating to me when I see grown cis women that like project that onto trans women. I'm like, men have been projecting that onto you your whole life. You would think you would recognize that, because from like childhood, if you're a little girl wearing a pink dress or like just anything femme, there's some creep around the corner that's being weird and then blaming you for it, saying you asked for it.
Yeah.
And you're now doing the same thing to another group of women.
I mean, those might also be people who, because you look at a lot of TERFs, they all kind of look alike.
Yeah.
You know, they all, there's a look.
There is a look. There is a TERF look.
There's a look. And they do appear to be the type of person who maybe would only put on makeup if she was trying to go get laid or like meet a guy at the bar.
Yeah.
You know, like maybe they genuinely have never experienced the joy of self-expression. Maybe they've never done it for themselves. And maybe that's something that they should try.
Yeah.
Like, what if I just looked good because I want to feel good?
Yeah.
And what if my goal is not to find a man to come home and marry me and pay all my bills and whatever the fuck world you're living in. What if I just wanted to look cute today?
Yeah.
Like, what if I just wanted to like feel nice?
Yeah, you lose that after a while. And this is the thing, there are some TERFs that don't want to present as femme. They're just like masculine women.
Sure.
But like, just because that's more your vibe doesn't mean that you have to demonize someone that does want to present femme and wants to engage in like, you know, like
That'd be nice.
you don't have to be mad at bitches that want to be femme. It's like,
yeah.
But I feel like society in general, because I remember being a kid and like, so I got into the like emo goth culture in like middle school. I really like that aesthetic. I like that aesthetic specifically because it wasn't like so hyper femme that I felt uncomfortable. It was like a way I could perform femininity with an edge where it also felt like kind of like hardcore, not masculine, but like gave me that edge. I don't really know how to explain it. Like if you ever see me in a like dress or a skirt, it's like some goth shit, you know? It's what makes me feel comfortable with performing femininity.
Yeah.
But I remember being a kid and like Paris Hilton, Hilary Duff, like all of the blonde bimbo aesthetic girls in media, like they were like hypersexualized as like this is what you should be as a woman in society, to like be the it woman, blonde white girl with like big boobs, very, very skinny, no ass, like wear all pink. But also it means you're a dumb bitch and it means you're less than men. So like I kind of had this like phase of like a rejection of that version of femininity where I felt like I was better because like, you know, I have black hair and I've got like, you know, I'm wearing all black and like I actually have a personality. Like it was just like dumb, like pick me shit that like a lot of women experience when we're growing up, you know, of like, I'm better than the dumb blonde bimbo bitch, or I'm better than whatever, you know? It's that same narrative that gets pushed onto women to pit us against each other. And TERFs just like take the bait and go with it. And they don't see it. It's really frustrating.
It's incredibly frustrating.
And some of them are grown women. That's the thing that drives me crazy. Like, I was definitely ignorant when I was younger, but, like, you're, like, 30 years old and you, like, hate this group of women that are, like, absolutely have no power to even do anything to you. Every, like, fear scenario you can think of in your head of, like, oh, well, what if they come in the bathroom? And they're not going to do that. Most of them don't even use the public bathrooms because they're so afraid your boyfriend's gonna, like, call the cops and then also beat her up, like, outside of the bathroom, you know?
Unless I'm, like, with a group of friends, I just don't use public bathrooms.
And the thing is, they'll, like, if you bring that up to them, they'll always argue, well, like, it'll just create a loophole for men. And I'm like, then why aren't you mad at men? Why aren't we going after men and making it so they can't rape and hurt us? Why aren't we focused on that then?
You're making too much sense right now.
Trans guys experience this too in different ways. Like, you ever meet a newly out trans guy that just started growing his mustache and he's got the like 12-year-old boy mustache where it's not full all the way yet. It's like kind of thin and thick hairs.
Yeah,
and
he's super proud
and
of
it's
it.
and he's so stoked and he's going to leave that bitch there. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
he's going to comb it.
Yeah, literally. Yeah.
Yeah.
But like they, you know, I feel like because masculinity isn't as sexualized, they don't get as much of the like pushback maybe from like other men, like being like, no, you're making a mockery of manhood.
You're only growing that mustache because you're trying to get fucked.
Yeah, like, and the funny thing is,
you must be a pervert. Why would you grow a mustache if you weren't a pervert?
And the funny thing is, he's an actual dude on testosterone, so
yeah,
kind of true. Every dude in general I know that's growing weird facial hair, he's doing it because he's hoping some weird bitch is gonna like his weird facial hair and fuck.
You know, like, you're not entirely wrong, but no, I would argue that it's probably more for the sense of gender euphoria.
Yes, it is. I know. I'm making a joke about how men are all whores. You know.
I know it's your
trans or cis. They're all
joke.
Sluts.
But in our episode about how people are viewing trans people wrong and overly sexualizing everything about their transition, I think we should point out fairly that trans men are also just trying to be little boys and go through puberty.
And go through their puberty.
Like, live their lives in peace as the men that they are.
Yeah.
Like,
it was a joke. Yeah. But yeah, even with like trans guys, it's, you know, they're getting to experience their like beginnings of manhood.
Yeah.
And they get excited about it too.
Yeah.
it's sometimes if they aren't passing, it can lead to them facing violence as well.
100%. Yeah. That's what that movie Boys Don't Cry was about.
I'm going to use two of my trans guy friends as examples. I have one trans guy that I've known for many years who passes like seamlessly, right? Like even before he transitioned, people kind of just thought he was like a teenage boy, like the dysphoria kind of physically manifested within him. And I love him to death because he has also experienced what it's like to be perceived as a woman or a girl. So whenever me and my friends go anywhere with him, he is like the model, like ideal guy for like keeping all of the girls in the group safe and comfortable. Like he deserves an award. Like the government should pay him for like what
Best
he does.
man.
He's literally so awesome.
Yeah. I've met him, right?
Yeah.
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 Good dude.
And then like my other trans guy friend, also a great dude who like doesn't pass as well, maybe like not all the way. So I have this like reaction when I'm out in public differently with both of them, where like my trans guy friend that like doesn't pass all the way, I have this like kind of like almost like a protective feeling within me of like, is someone gonna say some weird shit to him? And with my other trans guy friend, like I know no one's gonna fucking figure that shit out. So it's like almost the opposite thing of like he kind of becomes the protector. I think for trans men, like it is a little bit easier for them to pass or like kind of go unnoticed. But if they don't pass enough to a point where people are noticing it, it can also lead to danger for them.
Absolutely.
Because it's like it's like people want to put them in a box of like, well, I don't know if you're a boy or a girl, so like I'm gonna do harm to you, you know?
Right.
Like when people can't put you in a box, especially when it comes to gender, because gender is so important in our society, and if you don't fit into one of the boxes seamlessly, people want to harm you about it.
That's a patriarchy concept too.
Yeah.
Gender mattering so much to how what you're allowed to do with your life.
But I remember, so Dylan Mulvaney came out and was transitioning publicly on the internet. And I remember there was a lot of backlash from cis women.
So much.
I wouldn't even say it was just TERFs. It was just like generally like most of the population of cis women were like, this is a mockery of womanhood.
Everyone was accusing her of that for sure.
Everyone was so mad at her.
My friend Pippi Longstocking.
Oh yeah, fuck that bitch.
Yeah.
That bitch was weird.
Like to this day, I think the single angriest person on the planet about Dylan Mulvaney.
I don't want to think about that argument I had with that bitch that night. That bitch pissed me off.
Good. We'll never see her again.
So Dylan Mulvaney was making videos being like girlhood. She made that like kind of cringy like girlhood song and music video at one point.
I never actually experienced any of it.
How do you manage to avoid everything on the internet somehow?
The internet, my algorithm feeds me very specific things, and for some reason just like locks me out of like the popular culture.
That's so weird. I feel like my algorithm takes me to every corner of the internet. I think
Your
that's my
algorithm
problem.
takes you to whatever is like the most popular thing that everyone's fighting about.
It's sometimes not always that.
It's not always that.
I know some niche lore.
Yeah. I don't mean that that's all you see. I mean that you get all of that.
Yeah, definitely.
And other things.
Yeah, and other things.
Yeah.
But because there's such an innocence that comes with like baby trans girls being adults that are going through a very innocent time in their life, it's like a very weird contrasting timeline to go through, I feel like.
I felt like I was simultaneously 30 years old and 8 years old.
I felt like I would constantly talk to you as a 30-year-old and 8-year-old sometimes, like, you know?
Or you would talk to me like a 30-year-old woman, and I'd be like, hey, in this particular arena, I am 8.
Yeah, and I appreciated you saying that.
And I need you to see me as an 8-year-old girl right now.
Yeah.
Please, because I have no fucking clue what you're saying.
Yeah, no, it's really tricky to navigate. And I appreciated that you were really good at communicating that in the right time, so I could do my best to like help you in certain scenarios in a way that you could wrap your mind around. And also like I feel like there's also like a sensitivity when you're going through puberty that like you were experiencing, and I'm like,
imagine if you spent 30 years not feeling emotions and then you started taking hormones and you had not only regular puberty emotions but also an entire new spectrum of emotions. It's like the emotional capacity felt like going from being colorblind to being not colorblind.
Yeah.
But like emotionally.
Yeah.
Like imagine having sudden access to a bunch of colors you've never seen before, and everyone expects you to just be normal.
Yeah, and then you're walking around a world that wants to kill you because you're noticing new colors and you're
Yeah.
not supposed to act like that. Yeah. I remember she would make these and I would watch them and be like, this is kind of cringe. It's not really my kind of content, but like we're being a little dramatic here.
Yeah.
And there were even some things that were taken out of context that she did. Like I remember her making a video saying she was carrying around tampons. For like cis women, if she came across a cis girl in the bathroom that needed a tampon, she'd be able to like help her out.
I do that too.
Yeah, which I think is so dope. Like being a woman that doesn't have a period and like being a girl's girl and like being prepared to like, that's so awesome. And I think like
I had to give one to a student one time.
Yeah, like
I was like, I got you, girl. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, there was that one day I ran out of tampons and you were like, does this one work? And I was like, it's a light. It's not ideal, but I appreciate it anyways.
We'll make it work.
Yeah, but like it's so sad because I feel like that's something like that trans women are so like considerate of other women, not all the time, you know.
There's exceptions.
There's
to
shady
every
bitches.
Rule. There's the catty bitches who just love to talk shit about everyone all the time. I have to unfollow someone anyway.
Yeah.
She's so hot though. It's such a predicament. Doesn't matter.
I think some of the biggest girls I have met are trans women. And it's so sad because cis women are rejecting them from that. It's like, this bitch is trying to help you out and help herself out, but like help you out.
No, it was like when Roe v. Wade got overturned, or it was about to get overturned. I was out marching. I was marching. I was at like several protests.
Yeah.
And I went with cis women. Like I would go with them and support them. And then this past year when Trump started to like overturn trans shit, I would reach out to those same people and be like, you come into the protest? And they'd be like, no, I got this other thing. I'm going to work on my puppeteering. I'm so busy. I was like, I was there for you. Why the fuck aren't you here for me?
That's the thing that pisses me off about it a lot too, is like, I will see trans women like go super hard for like everybody's rights. And then everyone else will turn their back on them. It pisses me off.
Yeah. I unfriended, blocked a number of people that I used to be friends with for that exact reason.
Yeah.
No, thank you.
Fuck them. But yeah, the Dylan Mulvaney thing was happening. And based on all of the things we already touched on, I feel like when you don't understand trans people on like a deeper level, especially with the way the media tries to portray trans people, and like use them as a propaganda tool, it makes it so you're going to view them a certain way from not understanding and also from a place of your own trauma.
From a certain angle, all of the Dylan Mulvaney content was like kiddie.
And so what I was saying about how femininity is hypersexualized. So seeing a trans girl that is passing mostly as male still go through that journey in the public eye, people were going, this is some weird, creepy mockery of. Yeah. And it's not.
It's like if you were making a reality TV show about a 9-year-old girl going through puberty. And for some reason, everyone had an opinion on it.
Yeah.
Everyone was mad at her for experiencing it.
Yeah.
That's genuinely what was happening.
You know
It was just that people were perceiving her as a much older, quote unquote, man.
That essentially is kind of what little girls in general get.
Yeah.
Your body starts growing into like a more grown body and you want to wear cute little girl stuff. And then men start hypersexualizing it and being creeps, and then everyone else who isn't a creep is blaming you for it.
That's exactly what that was.
Like, you'll hear parents that, like, you know, they'll have, like, a 12-year-old daughter that all the creepy guys in the neighborhood sexualize, and they'll be like, oh, the little, like, you know, hoe-ass kid, basically, like,
shouldn't have dressed like
wanting
that.
all of this attention from older men, acting like a grown person, and it's like, that's a fucking child. This is an innocent thing she's trying to enjoy growing into being a woman, and these guys are ruining it for her, and you're siding with these guys by blaming her for it. It's the same thing we do to trans women.
Yeah.
And it's like, getting people to understand this is the first step, but it's like, how do we like break down that beast that is misogyny?
What if I knew?
Because it's so deeply ingrained in our society.
And unfortunately, as we learned in our Origins of Patriarchy episode, I think it literally isn't possible until we end the concept of countries.
Yeah.
If you are a woman arguing for a new country or stronger borders, you are anti-feminist.
Yeah.
And I don't have the time or the energy to explain it in this episode. Maybe we'll put that one out. It's on Patreon right now.
We could do a more structured,
We could do a more structured version of it.
But I feel like there's a lot of common ground. We just did an episode, the Swerf and Turf episode that we just put out, where like something I have noticed, there is a big disconnect with trans women and cis women, where we feel like we can't relate to each other, but we absolutely can in a lot more ways than we realize.
We have so many crossover experiences.
Yeah, and then we could be there for each other in the ways that we differ if we came together and had these conversations.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm not going to try to tell you that, like, I'm having a bleeding from my vagina every month. Like, I know I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
But I'm having a lot of other experiences that we could relate on.
Yeah,
You
million
know? We could
percent.
be like, oh, you too? Oh, yeah, me too. Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Rather than just picking apart the one thing I have that's different, you could be like, hey, we share 99% of experiences now.
Yeah, literally.
Maybe we should fight men? Maybe we should fight men.
Yeah.
I don't know. Just saying.
I think we should fight men. That's what I think.
That's always Laura's takeaway.
Yeah.
Every conversation we've ever had ends with, so we should fight men?
But basically, yeah, to sum it up. And the thing too is I feel like we don't know, like, just any marginalized group. I feel like we sometimes don't know how to have conversations with each other because we lean too much into the structured, like, you know, the hierarchical system and the privilege that I have that you don't and vice versa. And the, like, sometimes when you, like, get outside of the, like, academia speak of the whole thing, it's like we can sit down and have a lax conversation where we, like, learn about each other and learn how to be there for each other and, like, find out where we're having the same struggles and figure out a plan, like organize and come together as a community and actually like get rid of this terrible system that is patriarchy that's keeping all of us down.
Mm-hmm.
And it's designed that way. It's the tale as old as time. Take two demographics of women, pit them against each other.
Do not let them form community. They will resist.
Yeah.
Women are very good at resisting. Oh no. That is patriarchy in a nutshell. Hopefully you learned something today about trans people or stuff that didn't make sense to you before makes sense to you now.
I feel like that kind of wraps up the conversation.
I feel like we had it. I feel like we have successfully answered the question, what cis people don't understand about transition.
Yeah, I think we did a decent job.
Yeah. Stop like participating so heavily in patriarchy.
Yeah.
Just stop. Just let us be.
Leave trans people alone.
Yeah, leave me alone.
Yeah, leave this bitch alone. Leave me alone too.
I'm just trying to be.
Yeah. And it's sad people like get upset.
Just let me be.
Get mad at actual shitty people.
Exactly.
You know, like our president.
Or maybe even your president. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know where you live.
Whatever shitty politician you got.
Anyway, thank you so much for listening to us ramble about Yap.
Yeah. That's very on brand for us.
Thank you for listening to us, the gender Yap.
Yes.
We love you.
We love you.
Like, subscribe, comment,
Check
bell.
out our Patreon.
And we'll see you next week.
Yep.
Okay. All right. We love you.
Love you. Bye.
Bye forever.
Where we believe in science.